What's going on, everybody? Oh, webcam issues again. This is fun. I'm too scared to touch anything. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Give me a something in the chat if you can hear me. What's going on? Oh, welcome to Jurassic Park. That sound is a soon-to-be 3-year-old on Saturday. Oh, hey, look, there I am. I'm trying to send the link out to a few people. Sorry, I'm a mess. I was watching The Gentleman on Netflix, and then I was like, oh, crap, it's time to get on a live here. So welcome. Let me run through this since I have nothing to do. What's going on, Panda? Looks like you had a timestamp of 7:48, I think I saw. Or somebody had a timestamp of 7:48. Cajun Monkey in the house. What's up, Marcus? That's a new name. I'm not even going to try to mess up. Just hi. What's up, MF Flips? April. Treasure State. Hi, human. Did you just assume my species? What's going on, everybody? I am going to send out this code to a few people, and we are going to see what's going on. I'll be waiting. So it looks like in 15 to 20 minutes, we're going to have a guest. And we're going to have another. So it might be 3 people. So it'll be fun for us all to just talk amongst ourselves. Again, I apologize for not being prepared. Well, you know, Philly Flipper, I've been watching your smoothie video, your stories every morning, and it just got me feeling good, feeling like I'm working out by watching you work out and drink smoothies. So I figure I can at least look like I'm working out, right? What's going on, Keith? Marco, what's going on? I appreciate the country biscuit. I could switch to a hat and put him on real quick. Well, hello there. There you go. That's all it takes is a hat. It's an attitude. Country biscuit's an attitude. We all have it inside of us. Oh, man. So much going on. Just because you're adding protein, that's still a smoothie, my friend. When you go to Smoothie King, you're getting protein shakes, but they're still called Smoothie King. But I get it. I get it. You want to bro it up a little bit. It's a protein shake. I'm just happy to see you working out, man, getting right. You're getting right with yourself, and that's what we all need to be doing. Hopefully you've signed up with the Reseller Lifting Club, and you're well on your way to bench pressing the entire reselling community. Ladies and gentlemen, so our first guest, I just saw him come backstage. I guess I'll do an introduction. So he has been known forever, and then like a ghost, he vanished. April 12th was the exact date. April 12th, my boy went missing, but like a good friend, we took his picture, we put it on milk cartons, and we put it all over the internet. I had people stalking his TikTok. I had people channeling them through different means. I was text messaging him, and by the grace of our Lord and Savior Bart Simpson, we found Mike, aka Jimmy Thrift.
Oh, that was pretty good.
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Oh man.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's back.
Still getting settled in here. It's been a while since I had my setup. My extremely professional priority mailbox tripod that I have here.
Paul said Smoothie King's like $12. Paul's Kitchen is $1.16. No, I agree. So the hack for Smoothie King is, and this goes for Starbucks too, for the Grande and the Venti. If you guys didn't know this, I used to work at Starbucks, so this is factual information. The difference between a grande and a venti at Starbucks is more ice. The difference between a medium and a large at Smoothie King, more ice. The amount of liquid and or protein does not change, just ice. So what I do, here's a little Starbucks hack for you. Save yourself about 60 cents. Order the grande and have them put it in a venti cup with extra ice. They'll fill it to the top because they're in a hurry, so you get a venti for the same price as a grande. You're welcome.
That's a good tip.
Yeah. Also, if you order off the kids menu at Smoothie King, it's like $4 and it's the same thing. And you just have them add the supplements that you want in there.
I don't even know what Smoothie King is.
It's a place you go for smoothies, and they're apparently the king.
Oh, oh wow.
What's up, man?
Nothing much.
Look at the chat going crazy with you here.
I can't even see the chat. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday.
Oh, there it is.
No way. Look at that. All caps, my man. Shoes on Whatnot came in, and they're awesome. So I don't know, because I'm kind of on a hate relationship with Whatnot. If you've seen our recent reels and posts, my memes. Not that I hate Whatnot. I just I run a reselling business, and my goal is to be profitable, and Whatnot is fun, and I love being a jackass. But I also need to make money and not lose money. So unless I can line up this wholesale, which is what it seems like you need to have to be successful. Like, I don't want to come out here and like have a clickbait where somebody grabs this and says, oh, the Flip the World says that you have to have this to succeed on Whatnot. But right now I'm pretty confident that resellers alone, like the people that like you that go to the thrift store and survive off of thrifting for your business, will not be successful on Whatnot, because you do not have access to the inventory needed to make that average price, because you're putting all of your luck, we'll use that word, in the hands of bidders.
Yeah, I wanted to ask how that was going. I never thought I'd see you on Whatnot, but yeah.
Hey, I'm on TikTok too, and we all knew I was never going to be on that.
How does that go? That like, what's your like? How much do you sell the shoes for? I mean, like with shoes, I can imagine it would be hard because you have to have like. Is there like other resellers buying from you for just a cheap? Because like,
but it's not cheap. So here's the thing. That's what I was like. So when I first started, like just trolling around, I wasn't a seller. I was just a purchaser. And you know, there's a way to win on Whatnot as a buyer. So for me, the way to win was find smaller people with no following and go in there and just scalp them dry, and do it because the timer ran out, not because I was trying to get, screw them over, but I would be able to join somebody. Let's say you signed up for Whatnot and you ran a shoe auction. You have no following. So you only have 5 people in the auction. Well, me versus 4 other people. So when you say 30 seconds on the clock starting at $1, there's only 5 of us. So unless 2 of us or 3 of us are going to run that number up, I'm buying shoes from you for $2 and $3, which is cheaper than going to the thrift. Because more than likely, if you're selling on any platform, you've already done the work and cleaned them for me. Yeah. But so basically, as a reseller, I'm screwing another reseller, which that's the way business works. But you have to factor in, I don't know what you picked for shipping, but let's say it's a 2-pound shoe, like a Nike Flyknit, and you put that the shoe weighs 2 to 3 pounds. Now I have to pay whatever I won for the auction plus tax, plus I got to pay their ridiculous like $12 shipping. So now this shoe that I thought that I was getting for $4 plus shipping now cost me like $22. So it's harder for me to make that money plus a profit. But I don't know. I have a lot of shoes, but I paid up for my new shoes. So I'm going in, full disclosure. I don't have any reason to not be transparent. I paid $25 a pair for all of my brand new shoes. So unless I'm selling them for $25, I'm taking it in gas every auction. My last auction, I ran 45 pairs of brand new shoes, and I averaged $21 a pair. So I lost $4 per pair times 45.
You're auctioning off new shoes. It's
brand
not
new
like
in box, because that's what I have wholesaling. I have thousands of pairs. So I thought, hey, people are going to pay up for new instead of used. I mean, if I see, and so then it comes down to, well, why is this not working the way that I thought it would? Because I'm a effing nobody. That's why. It's just another social media platform that you just happen to be able to sell on. You have to build it. And I personally don't want to put the work in to build the platform when I'm already trying to build Instagram, which I suck at, and I'm trying to build YouTube, which I suck at. So it's like the whole reason I became a reseller wasn't so I could grind 24/7. It was so I could do what I wanted and be fat and jolly like Santa Claus all year round. So I'm already grinding on YouTube because it's such a brain kill for me. And now I'm grinding, trying to make meme clips and reels and stuff because I'm trying to cash on it because I feel like, and the numbers, my analytics suggest that I'm correct, I'm better at short form content than I am at long form.
Yeah, I am too. I must say, like anything over a minute, like I struggle at. I just like, it's like my first time in front of the camera. But if I know a video is like 60 seconds, I'm fine.
Back from the dead. Yo, he's back. See, look, the crowd has spoken. Yeah. Okay. So I really, the reason I was posting the memes and the reels was because I was trying to do a theme. So I was trying to do like 2 memes and a reel and it all be the same theme. And then I'm about to move on to my next theme tomorrow. I'm not picking on them because even if you watch the reel at the end, I said with a few tech upgrades and some more work down the line, I think it could actually be a game changer. Because I know a lot of people that are just crushing it on there, but I also know why they're crushing it. So that's the difference.
But how do you build a follow? Like, is it just
literally? You have to think of it like a social media, like a TikTok or an Instagram.
But how do you build a following if you don't like?
You can post stories on there.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it's literally like a TikTok or a social media or an Instagram. You can post. There's a story where you can post stories and you can follow and you can chat with. There's a messenger so you can chat with people and it's like, shit. I chat with people in my DMs on Instagram and on YouTube and then like
I just thought you had to like do auctions and lose money so you built a following and then you were able to make like I didn't understand it. Like
you just gotta lose money for a long time until you build a following and then hopefully make it back.
That's honestly what I thought. I had I've never been on there. Like I clicked your link, like you said whatnot auction and you like linked it on Instagram and I clicked it, but you can't just like go on and view like any, you have to sign up for it obviously because you buy stuff. So I didn't do that. I've never been on.
I mean, again, and I said that kind of in my IG story. They're doing the same thing that every business does. Like if you see me throwing out my affiliate link for Photo Room, or if you see me throwing out my affiliate link for Hammock, it's no different. They find people that have somewhat of a voice, and then they have those people refer people, and then those people refer people, and then sooner or later you have this giant triangle, and the people at the top are the ones making the money. The other ones are just gears. And if you were in Russia, that was not Russian at all. Sorry, Paul, if you're in here, that was fucking horrible.
I think that was like Jamaican or something.
Right near the beach. The smaller fish are just gears in the machine, Yeah. Who cares if 100 of them quit because they lost money on their first 10 auctions because 100 more just signed up. And that's fine. I'm not going to knock that. That's how every business runs. So see, look, Panda just rubbing it in my face. Got $90 shoes for $35 from me. Well, I hope you love them. Honestly, they just grind. They have set up their system to bring in lots of very high quality shoes.
The shoes they post that they're going to be auctioning off on whatnot, I'm like,
look brand new.
Wow. Yeah, they look brand new. They're amazing, like top to bottom, like just amazing shoes. Like I wish I could find them, but they're always posting on their story like, oh, we're at this thrift store that's 4 hours away from home. Yeah. And I drive like 20 minutes tops,
They've set up an awesome system. And they have the following to where they were able to post on social media and say, hey, we're going to be on this platform now. Come follow. And people did. And that's perfect. That's what again, if you have a following, you're going to do very well. If you have an Instagram account and you're a reseller, and let's say you have 1,000 or less followers, you're still in the growing phase of your Instagram account. So to take on another platform and then also try to grow that at the same time, it's just a lot of work you're putting on your shoulders to possibly lose money.
Yeah.
Again, no, I don't have anything. I mean, that's the only bad thing other than the glitching and the, like, I got a pair of shoes today that I bought on another guy's whatnot, on a shoe whatnot. Everything starts at $1, and he's doing the formula that I'm trying to do if I'm able to do it, which is just buy Gaylord's wholesale, and then all you have to do is, let's say I get them for $10 a piece. All I got to do is at least make $10 a pair.
Yeah.
Which is doable for new shoes. If my average is $21, I'm going to be doubling my money quickly. But
are there like selling fees and stuff? Like
8%.
8%.
And then you have a processing fee of like 3 point. It comes out to like 12%.
Okay.
Yeah. If you build YouTube, you will build whatnot. But here's the thing. Building them both at the same time sucks. Because YouTube, if anybody in here has a YouTube channel, it is a grind. It's not like a post a video and all of a sudden you're a hairy freaking tornado. Like, it takes work.
Do you post shorts on your YouTube, or is it just like full length videos?
I've done a few. I because I haven't been doing videos, I've been trying to stay consistent on YouTube. So I'll do like a community post, like, "Hey, I'm not dead. I'm just lazy." Or something like that. And really what it is, it's just like, this is a really busy month for us. Like, as a family, we have 4 birthdays. So it's just a lot going on. School's about to start. Just, it's a lot.
I would say definitely, like, I'm not telling you what to do, obviously, but like if you make a video for like a short video for Instagram or TikTok or whatever, I'd say definitely post it on YouTube. I don't know if it messes up like your analytics or anything, just posting like multiple shorts. But
yeah,
I mean, I have like 300 subscribers on YouTube.
Yep.
And I've been averaging like 1,000 to 3,000 views for those shorts. So
yeah, I use InShot to make my reels or my shorts, whatever you want to call them. And then I just post it on Instagram, and then Stacy is in charge of TikTok because I refuse to have another social media platform on my phone. Yeah. So I just send her the video with the title and the same tags that I use, and then she posts it on TikTok. And then, like I said, like I talked with you the other night, I'm like, hey, I'm obviously doing something wrong because it's crushing on Instagram, and it's been 3 hours and there's 1 view on TikTok. So either everyone hates me or and that 1 view was me. So, so 3 hours and no views on what is apparently the biggest platform in the world means that I should just jump off a freaking bridge.
No, like I said, you just got to keep posting. You never know. I mean, it could be like the worst video of all time. You could be like, I don't even want to post this. And you wake up the next morning to 1 million views, like it's crazy with TikTok. I don't know. I don't know.
And see, that's another thing. Again, I have a eBay reselling business that requires thrifting, sourcing, photographing, listing. To take away from that, which is where the money comes from, and focus on TikTok, whatnot, YouTube, that's not bringing in that much money. It just, in my mind, I'm just like, no. Focus on what's working, which is eBay. And then the other stuff is, I play around with. But that's why I've started making a little bit shorter Ben's Haul videos and trying to just be more just actual footage of the dig and stuff like that, because I'm just trying to give people what they want. I understand very, very much that we live in a very short attention span world. And if I'm getting, 20,000 views on a 30-second reel on Instagram, I need to make shorter videos for YouTube, because a lot of people don't want to watch full-length videos. Stacy, where's Riley's Play nail polish? Last I saw it was in her little makeup box thingy. Hopefully that answers that. I believe in my YouTube blowing up as well. I just have to continually post on it. I love in grabbing it, but it usually takes the cleaning up. Yeah. Hey, you're back. He's back. We're back. Let me see where it's at. Yeah. So basically that's the same business model for everything. Tell 2 friends and they tell 2 friends. What's up, Caleb? I hope you got some great stuff tonight. Houstonian dumpster diver that I run into out in the trash world sometimes. His I came up to a pretty well-known dumpster spot that we hit up, and his brother was like skipping across the parking lot to get in his car, and I was like, oh, he found something awesome. It was a Super Nintendo with Mario inside.
What kind of dumpsters are you going to? How?
I'm like, never tell. No,
like dumpsters where we only throw away good, clean stuff that's worth over $60. Like that's what
First
kind of
off,
dumpster.
Clean is not in the vocabulary. Last night I got disgusting because it had just rained in the morning, and I was like, I'm not going to go out. And then so what I do is I go during the day and kind of scout my regular route. I hate that rhymed. Ugh. And I try to see like if the stores threw away stuff. And if they didn't, then cool, I don't have to go out. But if they did, then I'm going to get messy. And last night I got messy. But I mean, what I tell people, because, you know, they're in the DMs all the time now, is we started out by hitting up and when I say dumpster diving, I'm including just driving to people's houses and picking up stuff for free, because it's all the same thing to me. Curb shopping, dumpster diving. So we troll Facebook Marketplace. Stacy is constantly trolling Facebook Marketplace in the free category. And then we Googled heavy trash day for neighborhoods around us. So, you know, let's say, you know, Windfall Estates. Let's say that's a neighborhood. I'll just get on Google and I'll be like, Windfall Estates heavy trash day. Oh, it's Tuesdays. Boom. I write it down, Tuesdays. And on Tuesdays, I go around that neighborhood and I see what they're throwing out. And the neighborhoods that continually throw shit out, I keep them on the list.
So it's not just like one dumpster you're going to then. Okay, that makes sense.
I just call it dumpster diving because it's easier than having to break it down into, well, there's 5 things we got off Facebook Marketplace. These 10 things we got out of somebody's trash in their front yard.
Yeah, I thought you were going to like one dumpster behind like a mystery building and grabbing all this stuff, because I mean
we do a lot of dumpsters behind strip centers, but I mean, again, I've showed you guys tags on that. It's usually like the Rosses and the Marshalls and stuff like that. The ones that are all together. They all have the same, they're all owned by the same company. They all have the same return policy. Now, what's going to throw a kink in all this dumpster diving fun is companies are now just starting to tell customers, keep it.
Really?
Yeah. Like Walmart and Target announced that it's actually costing them more money to accept returns because then they have to send them to the manufacturer. That they're just like, hey, just keep it. Here's your money.
You can just come in and ask for your money back and keep.
Yeah, you just say, hey, I didn't like this item, or I want to return this item. And they're just like, okay, well, here's your money back. Just keep the item. Yeah. Amazon does that a lot too. Walmart.com does that a lot too. Just stuff like that. What if you started your shoes at $10 to $15? So here's the other thing with Whatnot. Almost everyone starts it at $1 because that's what they need in order to get people to click on their stream. If you have no following, you can't put your title brand new shoes starting at $10 because no one's going to click on it because there's 1,000 other people that are starting their brand new shoes at $1. So basically you're racing to the bottom. Whatnot is a race to the bottom in hopes that 2 people get into a bidding war over something and they overpay. When you actually sell a trading card for $1, it's actually 57 cents after fees. And that's why I don't sell trading cards. Happy birthday month. What's up, Dante? I'm sorry. What's going on? Yeah, it's what was it? My dad, and then Riley's going to turn 3. Emma turns 12. The oldest turned 21. So fun. I'm just catching up way behind in the chat.
Yeah, I'm on the chat too.
Oh, I'm going to sing this in the, because I saw Don't Stop, so immediately Journey came in my head. Don't stop making TikToks. Reels are short. The money's in the sponsors. Yeah, so I'm getting a few sponsors, but I'm an idiot and I turn them down if I don't use their product. Like I sent somebody, what was it? Vendu? Is it Vendu?
Yeah.
They're a cross-listing thing. They reached out to us, loved my videos, wanted to do some collab. I was like, yeah, I don't cross-list. This would not work. I don't understand. I can't promote it. I appreciate the offer, but like, people know that I don't cross list. So if I all of a sudden started doing reels where I'm like, guys, you should check out Vimdo. They're the best for cross listing. I don't use them, but you should. It would come off disingenuous, and I would lose what little following I have because they would be like, oh, this dude's just doing a cash grab, which is coming. I'm going to start doing cash grabs, guys, because I need the money and I like money and everyone else is doing it. So I'm going to jump off that bridge too. But anyway, I told them I don't need them or I wouldn't use them because I don't cross list and I, blah, blah. And I was like, I can refer you to these people. I sent them to a few people. And those people messaged me and they were like, hey, man, appreciate you sending me Vindu. They gave me like $3,000. And I was like,
oh, wow.
Yeah. So, hi, guys. I hope you love my honesty and my transparency because it's costing me money. Where is that at? Because you should burn that building to the ground. You're not allowed. So anywhere you're in public, it's called, I always say the word, and of course I slipped right now because I hear my big fat dog breathing heavy. Something, blah, blah, blah of privacy. But that's crazy. Goodwill and bins and thrift stores actually embrace most filming resellers because it drives more business to their locations, especially at my location. They love it when they see me walk in wearing my thing. It's okay.
Really?
Too heavy?
That was me breathing.
Oh, that was you breathing heavy? Well, while you're up, could you go ahead and get me a drink?
Just kidding.
And make it snappy, woman. Thank you. Oh, yeah, and we trash pick in our own neighborhood. I didn't want to say that, but since you put it in text, now our neighbors are going to be like, what the hell?
That's just stealing all our garbage.
Yeah. Imagine how much work I had to do to sell $400 on Whatnot with $1 trading cards. Dude, I would have just gone like three miles down the road here in Houston and just propped myself up with a nice pair of booty shorts on and made $400 in like 20 minutes. I'm just saying. No cameras in your Goodwill either. That is crazy to me. So I would just be filming with my phone and just say I was on FaceTime or something because they can't get close enough to you to like see you're filming. Honestly, that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I wonder how it would be here. And I've never tried. I've never seen anyone with a camera either. And
I don't want to generalize, but are the people saying that they're not allowed to film? Is this above the Mason-Dixon line? Is this up northern? I'm just asking. I know Florida's cracking down some, which is not above the Mason. I do know a little bit of geology. When you were reselling part-time, how many hours did you spend sourcing? Honestly, the same amount that we spend now, 2 days a week. I'm like completely different than other resellers. I hate sourcing.
Mainly, it's too stressful.
Not only is it stressful, but I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I don't like being around people. Which is weird. Anything for Salinas.
Yeah, I went to the bins today, and I went to the bins. There was traffic on the way back. A ton of people there. Hardly any bins changes. Like, I'm not trying to complain, but I'm complaining. It was stressful for what I came home with. Like, yeah, it was too much stress. I did not like it.
So mine's a double-edged sword because I don't want people to be like, well, what the hell? If you don't like people, why you do this lives and YouTubes and going to FlipCon and all that? It's not that I don't like people. It's just I have a bubble and I can only allow people in my bubble for so long before I start feeling real and anxious. Like I get real anxiety. Like, okay, I got to go pull some stuff because Stacy's making all this stuff look real easy and I'm doing nothing. So I got to go dig. And then that's the other overwhelming part for me is like, if we've got a full cart, my brain's already folded everything. Everything's folded. Everything looks good. My brain's already processing how much this weighs in my mind, how much I think it's going to cost. And then it's like an addiction. We'll be going to get in line and Stacy will hear the call for a new row. And she's like, I'm just going to go browse. And then I'm in line to check out because I can just turn my blinders off and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
But then she'll come and just dump all this stuff on me while everything's already nice and folded in the cart in line. And she'll be like, just go through it real quick. And I'm like, okay. And then I go through it and we move up one spot because it takes like 45 minutes to check out at our bins for some reason. Probably because they want you to keep going back like she does. So I'll fold everything and look up comps for everything she just brought while I was waiting in line. And then they'll turn another row. And it's like, she's never going to leave. But because that happens, we'll get like 200-300 items and I won't have to go for another 4 days. But yeah, I much rather just stay home, take photos and list and do the processing and the sales than like go out sourcing, because sourcing is mighty stressful for me.
Yeah. Once I got home today, I was like, oh, I can clean my shoes and list them. And then, like, it's just like you're finally home, like,
yeah, which is weird, man. My whole life I've been in clubs and in the music scene and traveling and a different pillow every night. And now I'm just a homebody. I'm just like, dude, let's just go home.
I've been pretty consistent with my dislike of leaving home for my whole life.
I know whenever COVID came out and everybody's like, oh man, I'm stuck at home. I'm like, this is awesome. Except for like, all the kids being here. In public, you have no expectation of privacy. That's what it's called. You are always on film in public. But that's crazy. Goodwill's businesses have the right to tell you not to film, but it's weird that a thrift store or a Goodwill would do that because they understand and recognize how much publicity and more customers they get because of it. I mean, I don't want to say this because I am so anti these people, but Rally Roots just had somebody from the Heads Up of Florida Goodwill on their YouTube live talking to them. That is big publicity for Goodwill. That brings a lot of people's eyes to Goodwill, Florida. So hopefully they raise all their prices more than they already are, and everybody in Florida can get mad at Rally Roots for doing that. Yes, move your stuff into storage while listening to two portly bearded men.
Yeah.
South Carolina, North Carolina. Oh, so the reason you can't film in South Carolina, North Carolina is 100% Harry Tornado. So blame Josh. I'm just kidding. If you see him filming and you're not allowed to film, that answers every question you have. I film in the bins, but not in the stores. Yeah, I never liked filming in the stores because I have this I've had it my entire life. And Stacy didn't believe it was true until she started noticing it over the last few years. I can go anywhere and there'll be absolutely no one there. And within 5 minutes, people just show up. I don't know why. I'm not that interesting. It has nothing to do with me. But I'll pick the worst aisle in the thrift store, the one no one goes to, the glass aisle, where there's just glasses and coffee mugs. If you're one of those weird people that sells coffee mugs, then you're probably in that aisle with me. But I go there to look up my comps.
Yeah.
And there's never anyone there. And then I start looking up, and then all of a sudden, excuse me, I'm trying to get through. I'm like, what? Why? Go somewhere else. Back it up and take the next aisle. And then I turn around, and there's somebody behind me. And then all of a sudden, there's 4 people in this aisle, and I can't breathe. And I'm trying to find an escape route.
See, that's weird. I was just thinking that Friday. I was out thrifting on Friday. And yeah, just the amount of people that will buy like plates on top of plates and like cups and stuff. Like how many, I don't know if they never wash dishes. Like if there's actually people that sell just like glassware stuff or what, but I don't know. I just feel like that would be a stressful job.
I've sold some vintage coffee mugs, but that's it. And I'm talking maybe in my entire reselling career, 4.
That's crazy. That's what I was going to say. I was like, I've maybe sold 4, and it's like, you kind of catch on that people don't like paying $8 to $10 to get a coffee mug shipped to them. It's just,
it's dumb.
Yeah.
And I'll be full disclosure. The ones that sell for like $24 are the ones that you can't purchase. And what I mean by that is people love and will spend $24 because 2 of the 4 that I've sold have been from this location. Again, you can't purchase these. Waffle House.
We'll just go and take one.
That's how I got both of mine, good sir. Whenever it became socially acceptable for men to carry cross bags, I just, this is great. Coffee mug. I just made $50.
Yeah.
I do not condone stealing. Children, I do not condone stealing. Just digging in trash. Yeah, I don't know. It happened the other day, actually, and that's probably why she's laughing. We went to a splash pad with the little kids. If you don't know what that is, it's just a park that has like water stuff for kids to play. Our town, city, whatever the hell we live in, all of our parks have splash pads in there. If you live in the neighborhood, you can come for free because it's that freaking hot here. So we go to a really nice neighborhood that has a really nice splash pad. Nobody there. Within 5 minutes, there was like 10 families there. And I was like, let's go. Let's pack this up.
Wait, what is it?
A splash pad.
I thought you were talking about like a water park.
It's
like
a small water park just for children. They put them like, I don't know how homes are or neighborhoods are where you live, but our neighborhood.
But there's like one in every neighborhood?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like that.
Am I making it sound like I live in a bougie neighborhood? Because I'll go outside and show you the neighbor right now.
We have above ground pools here.
We don't have basements here, if that makes you feel any better. There's no basements here, just attics. This is a long one. Let me read it. Obviously, yeah, above Ohio, but some of the estate sale companies I've gone to for many years print up signs, no recording because they don't like being filmed. Yeah, so estate sales and like personal, like going into people's personal homes, they don't want that filmed because all it would take is like a robber to catch that video, and now they know the floor plan of that house. Mm-hmm. So they can just wait till somebody new buys it, fills it full of stuff, and they're like, I know where everything is. At least that's how my brain thinks.
Yeah. The only people that watch estate sale videos are robbers.
Yes. And people that enjoy collecting old people's junk.
Yeah.
I get anxious when too many people get around me at Goodwill, and there's one lady who I will call Fran for frantic since she becomes the Tasmanian devil. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I let Stacy handle all the new roads, because crazy people turn me into a crazy person.
I tried it last week, like going into a new row, and I'm just like, I'm not saying like, oh, I'm too nice, but I'm like,
too nice.
Excuse me. And everyone is just like,
get out of here, stupid. No.
Animals. Yeah. I was like standing there with my IKEA bag like this, waiting to get in, and can I grab that real quick? Sorry, like I'm no good at it.
Yeah, just walk up and say howdy. If I look frazzled, it's probably because I'm frazzled, but I'll still be nice. I'm nice in public. I'm conditioned. Oh yeah, we have to say love Josh. Stacey has this thing that every time I mention Harry Tornado, I'm like talking bad about him or something. I'm like, no, I'm just saying. He's like the godfather of South Carolina region. So like, if he's filming at Goodwills, make sure that you go to those Goodwills and film. Josh pays all the stores so he can be the only one that films. That's it. Yeah, that's the other thing. I hate shipping stuff that's not clothes or shoes. Mm-hmm. Like I can literally throw a pair of shoes in a box and not even do the nice little bubble wrap, fancy smancy thing. And I know those shoes are going to arrive okay.
Yeah, I've been putting shoes. I've been doing like, I pretty much don't even use the priority mailboxes anymore. I'll do like just a poly bag with a piece of paper around the shoes, poly bag, and just, it's so much easier, less tape. I don't know. I've been getting a lot of shoes like first class recently.
Oh yeah, that's what I tell people. Women size 8 and under fit in a first class padded envelope, and unless they're like Jordans or something, nobody cares if you ship them that way.
Because I hate to say like everyone else would ship them that way, but like, like people are always like so offended, like, oh, you charge shipping, you should respect the money that you get for shipping, and presentation matters. But like Amazon will put like a coffee mug, one piece of bubble, whatever that is, their little bubble pouch in a box, and just ship it, like, but
don't get me started on Amazon.
Okay,
don't get me started on Amazon or Target or Walmart or anybody that ships things. We've ordered like locally just for like home delivery, like detergent. and from Walmart, like detergent and bleach.
Yeah.
And they'll just leave the box at the door.
Mhm.
And we'll get home and I'll walk up and I'll be like, there's a lot of liquid coming out of that box. And they don't pack it. There's no padding or anything. It's literally just like put the bleach bottles and then put the detergent and then, all right, ship it.
Yeah.
And then you have to take a picture of it. And they're like, oh, we're so sorry. We'll send more out. And it's like, cool. Well, come clean my freaking entryway now too. Because now every time it rains, there's bubbles. Purple Rube, they're getting their first splash pad. There you go.
Splash pad.
Yep. So I imagine, because I think you live is it Minnesota? Those pipes are gonna burst. That's gonna be the first and last splash pad. Yeah, it's a regular park with fixed sprinklers. But see, ours have little things, so it'll be like poles that go up that have buckets, and then the pole is hollow with a sprinkler, and the water will fill up the bucket, and then the bucket will fall on the kids. Or it'll be like a mushroom and they can stand under it and the water falls down. It's like a water park without slides and, fun.
I have seen a park with a sprinkler one time in my life, but yeah, that's it. I didn't know that's what it was called. I just thought it was a park with a sprinkler.
Gold Coast, he is the Thor of Australia. He is the most hated YouTuber over there in the land down under, because almost everyone there seems to be a communist, and every video or reel he makes, people are always like, you're stealing from the poor, mate. You shouldn't be buying these things and then selling them for profit. I know my Irish. I went Irish there. Oh, they're all Euro trash to me. No. Matey. Dude, I'll never do a garage sale video. I hate garage sales. I don't even like doing garage sales. We have one every quarter, and I'm just outside with Stacy, I hate this. I don't want to do this. Tell everybody everything's 50 cents. Get it off my lawn. I turned into Gran Torino real quick. I'm just get it off my lawn. I don't buy off Craigslist because only weirdos go to Craigslist in the US now. Collect personally. Everything you see behind me. Right now, I'm really into collecting the rest of the Toy Story figures, the obscure ones, not the main characters. And then I have, you can't see it, but in front of me, because it's a built-in, it's all my Simpsons stuff and my Golden Girls pops and Golden Girls hot sauce and stuff like that. And then Motorhead and music and all kinds of stuff like that.
I like that. In your last video, I think it was, you were like, oh, this will go in my toy. The Woody doll.
Yep.
You were like, oh, I'll clean the marker off, and this will go in my toy collection.
Yeah.
You're a reseller, but you still have your own thing. For me,
sure.
I'll be like, ooh, I like this. I'll sell it in 2 weeks, or I'll price it high so it won't sell for a while, something like that.
Sorry, my other person was going to jump on. Hey, so I've never done a video chat before. So the link I sent you should just be able to click that, right?
What, the one? Yeah. Yeah, I think. Yeah, it should definitely be the same link.
Okay.
You click that, and then you have to paste it into your internet browser.
If you're using your phone, you just have to give permissions for your mic and camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, I have a lot of toys and knickknacks, and this is the only room that I put them up in. So that's why you can start seeing behind me, they're just kind of there. Those are Ghostbusters, Ecto. Those are the AMC popcorn tins that they came out when the new Ghostbusters came out. I have 3 of them because I'm a reseller, and I bought 3. I bought 4. I already sold 1, and then there's my new Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, the last one. I got the popcorn giant 3-headed plush. That's another radioactive man. I'm probably going to auction that off if I do another, or give it away if I do another whatnot, because I already have 2 up here. I don't know. I know that when I die, the kids aren't going to get anything, so I'm going to just give them all this stuff. Dad could have left us money, but instead he left us these useless fucking toys. every time they're drinking out of one of my every time they're drinking out of one of my Simpsons mugs, I'm like, that mother. I hope he's burning in hell. Josh is the Paul Cantu of South Carolina. Look, I live in the same freaking city as Paul Cantu, and I've seen him like twice. And that dude has almost 700,000 subscribers.
And he's a reseller.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But okay.
How long has he been doing it? Was it like
I think this is like year 13. He's like an OG, but he's a young kid, man. He's like he doesn't mess around with YouTube for money. So when I mean that, like his videos are raunchy. He constantly cusses. He makes all kinds of sexual innuendos, but he doesn't need the YouTube money because he's endorsed by Puma. He's endorsed by a beer company. He's endorsed by all these like actual big brands. So he doesn't need his little YouTube money. All he does is like, yo, Puma just sent me the new blah, blah, blahs. Check them out on the feet, yo. Get yours now at puma.com. Tell him Paul sent you. Boom.
So he's not like a resell. Like he's not like, oh, like I sold this coffee mug for $18.
No.
Like he's like selling.
He's like, let's go to the thrift and let's see what we find. And he always finds vintage heat. And then he sells it. He doesn't even sell it on eBay. He has his own personal website, thriftvintageheaven.com. Everything he posts sells out.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. He's doing it right. He's a weirdo, but he's doing it right.
You guys are like going to the same thrift stores then? Like he lives.
Yeah. He doesn't go to the bins I go to. He goes to the one where all the vintage kids go to. And then he has like private access to certain thrift stores because he's earned the right because he's been doing this so long. Yeah, man. He's like, you know who Slobby Robbie is?
Yeah.
He's the Slobby Robbie of our area. Like he's been doing it as long as Slobby and in the same kind of weirdo genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that show on Netflix. Oh my God. I forgot all about that guy.
Yeah. Before he got on Netflix, I used to chat him up in the DMs quite often. And then he got on there and then like, I noticed the chat and disappeared because I was just like, hey man, you look kind of like me, but less tattoos and you're way weirder than me. And I was like, I got a lot of my people in your area. But yeah, being weird works, man. And if you can get a show out of it, I'd love it. Having issues trying to get in the chat, first time ever doing a live. All right, just keep trying. If I see you pop up, man, I'll definitely bring you in. If not, we can do a practice run and figure it out for another time. But whatever we got to do, I got my phone up too. So good to see you back. See, look,
it's nice.
We are going head to head against the Triple Thrift podcast. We're taking them out. They don't know it. Don't tell them. This is just the first one back. Don't go starting talking shit. Are also known as someone's backyard. Yeah, but see here, the city is paying for the water bill. I know we're all paying for it tax wise, but I can't go to garage sales or flea markets. I hate talking to people, so I'm good at flea markets, but it's because I don't want to say I'm an ass, but I already know what I'm going to pay as soon as I walk up. And if they're not in the ballpark, I just walk away. I don't negotiate. I'm not a haggler. Like if I walk up to somebody that I know sells shoes, I know they probably got them at the bins. So what I do, I'll give out my secret. This is how I source at flea markets. I just get all the shoes I want. I don't say anything other than hi because I'm not a freaking weirdo. I walk up, I say hi. I don't ask how much anything is. I just start making a pile. I watch their eyes get bigger as they see this pile of shoes that I'm making. Once I have my established what I want, I say, how much? Whatever number they throw out, I already know what number I'm going to say. So as soon as they say they number, I say, I'll give you this much cash. They say no. This is kind of where everybody's like, dickhead. I just bounce. Leave the pile.
Put your own shoes back.
Yeah, put your own shoes back. I just bounce. 9 times out of 10, they'll stop you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Flea markets are amazing. Another, like, I get stressed out when I try to source there. It's always hot because there's no air conditioning at an outside flea market, obviously. There's a lot of people, but that's great. Like, there's the power of just like walking away whenever they tell you a price and you're like, I don't think so.
Don't you feel taller when you turn around after you just walk, you're walking away? You're just like,
oh, so this $2 is good enough for you now? Like,
yeah. They're like, wait. You're like, you like chuckle before you turn around. You're like, and then you turn around straight face. Yes.
Because the big like flea market around me is, I'd say, 300 feet from the bins. So I'll just go to the bins.
So you know where they're getting their stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'm all about paying a convenience fee.
Mm-hmm.
If you've already done all the digging and you have all the shoes here, I'll gladly pay. Again, I'll give you around $5 a shoe. I know you're getting them for $1.79.
Yeah.
Maybe you brushed them off, took a little cleaning. The people that do absolutely no cleaning, my price is around $3.
I'm not like your bins. I'm not one of those people to be like, oh, you're so lucky. Your thrift stores are this, they charge this much, or my thrift stores charges that much. But like your Goodwill bins, putting the rubber bands around the shoes is amazing. I like walked around today with an IKEA bag filled with just single shoes for probably an hour and a half. And I left with 6-7 pairs, I think. Like, it's hard.
Yeah, no, I don't. We have stores like that. There are certain bin stores here that don't do the rubber band. I guess it's like by location or whatever. But
yeah,
and I got tired of that. What we do as resellers is basically sell our time.
Yeah.
Of course, we're selling products, but we're selling our time. And my time is not going to be spent looking for some god-awful single shoe that I'm going to make $30 on. I'd rather just chunk that shoe and be like, you know what? I mean, you know me, I used to sell singles, but now I'm just like, you know what? Go buy your singles somewhere else. Hop along. I'm going to sell paired shoes. I'm sorry. That's so inconsiderate. What an asshole. Now the Buzz movie is out. All the Buzz toy figures sell quick, $30 each in store. I have the original Buzz Lightyear, the full size one with the wings. He sells for about $100, but I put him on a high shelf because the little kids were trying to touch him, and I was like, "Oh, you're about to get the belt." That's when you die. You can play with that, not while I'm breathing. But yeah, so new Buzz Lightyear stuff. I think that movie's a giant flop, so I didn't want to participate in any of it because they didn't use Tim Allen. I like Chris Evans. I just watched him in the new movie Gray Area last night. That's a pretty good movie. It's weird to see Captain America as the bad guy, but it's a pretty good movie. But yeah, I just, the new Buzz Lightyear, he looks like the kind of guy that takes his body camera off when he's about to shoot somebody, and I didn't want to be a part of that. So, how are the two best looking guys on YouTube tonight? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
Oh, you're talking about me and Mike. I'm just like, I look like two guys.
If you look like two guys, then I look like four guys.
No, dude, I was actually going to say, and it's not the post that you made where you're just a head on a mannequin.
Yeah.
The thumbnail that you used for your video, your first full length video, you actually looked slimmer. I don't know.
That's what I said too.
I didn't know if it was camera tricks or what, but I was like, holy shit, Mike just so he can take care of himself.
I don't know how. I mean, yeah, I have been a little bit, but like, I had McDonald's yesterday. I'm not like, torturing myself, but I guess because I thought that same thing too, and I'm not one to like throw out compliments about myself. I'm like, man, I look kind of skinnier in that picture, but yeah,
I was like, okay, well now I understand why he fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I needed a factory reset, like for a while. There.
I want you to know that while you were taking your factory reset, I don't know if you caught up on any of the stuff that I did while you were gone, but I almost died, my man.
What?
Yeah. You didn't watch the live that I did like 3 lives ago. Yeah. Stacy had to take me to the ER, man. I had sepsis, like my kidneys and my liver shut down, and I was just dying. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really. And then I came back and I did a live. I was like whiter than I am right now, and I was like, "What's up, guys? I just got out of the hospital. Mike's still dead. I hope he burns in hell. I'm gonna die, but I wanted to come on and say I'm still alive." Yeah, man, I got real sick. I don't know.
How'd that happen? Like, that's like,
I don't know. They never. I was discharged unconclusive. They have no idea what happened to me. They can't tell me it won't happen again. I literally just got a fever of 103.6, and then it lasted for 5 days, and then I was like, I just kill this with NyQuil every night. Yeah. And then it just never went away. And then Stacy was like, "We're going to the hospital. You look like you're about to die." And I'm like, "I'm fine." And then like we get to the hospital, and the dude's like, "You have 2% kidney function, sir." And I was like, "That's 2 more than 0." I was delusional. I had no idea what was going on.
What?
Yeah. And we were watching Stranger Things, so I'm all like in my head. I was like, "Whatever, man. Vecna's awesome. I hope he kills all those stupid kids."
Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's what happened. Why you leave and I die. So don't do it again.
I got so red and embarrassed when you said that. Like whenever I realized that you were being serious, oh my God.
Yeah, go back and watch like 3 lives ago. I think it's like episode 9 or something. I look horrible. It was awesome. I had a blast dying. It was the best. Hospital food, #1. When you don't eat meat, it's just the best. What private access have you managed to work your way into? Well, I mean, I live in Texas and we all carry guns, so I can pretty much get into anywhere. Would you share that and give up your honey hole? Who on YouTube do you think giving up honey holes? Honestly, we're all giving up honey holes. Like we tell people we go to flea markets. We tell people we go to thrift stores. I personally don't believe that there is. I mean, I'm not going to tell anybody exactly what dumpsters I go to, but we all go to the same places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's only so many thrift stores like around. Like, I'm not speaking for you, but like here, like I've been like meeting more and more people that are like, "Oh, you know, like I saw you at the bins," or I go to this thrift store. Do you go there as well? And like, yeah, there's only so many thrift stores like around here.
Yeah,
and, it's just like you never know what's gonna.
Not you. Sorry,
you
I
never
wasn't
know what's
my
gonna
bad.
Come into the thrift store. You know, like I mean, like I could be there, find nothing, and then 2 hours later, some ridiculous $3,000 item gets put out on the shelf. You know,
Yeah.
like
that's so. When I first got into doing YouTube and reselling and like putting out what I do,
mm-hmm.
I spent too much time, and it's probably just because I enjoy it. Like it doesn't infuriate me. I'm not one of those people that gets mad at keyboard warriors. Mm-hmm. I enjoy just trolling people. Like, so I would get on other people's YouTube and I would see comments like, "You guys are ruining it for all of us 20-year vets, you know, telling everybody where to get their stuff." And I'm just like, "Oh, this is going to be good." You know, because I just don't have that mentality because
mm-hmm.
if you live in America, you know how wasteful we are.
Mm-hmm.
There's endless amounts of shit that we could all sell.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's so much stuff. And guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow, there's going to be even more stuff. I mean, Lululemon has their own used website now. They sell secondhand. Madewell sells secondhand. Levi's sells secondhand. Everybody, all these big companies are starting to sell secondhand. Why is that? Because it's a huge freaking market. It's untappable because we're always going to be wanting bigger, brand new shit. And the older shit it's just going to get tossed out. And what's up?
How does that work though? Are they just like reselling returns, or are they like giving you credits for turning in? Like,
so Madewell gives you credit. Levi's gives you credit. Mm-hmm. But, you know, here's what Levi's is hoping for. Levi's is hoping, it's kind of like if you've ever, I don't know how your city is, but our city is #1 in murders right now. So they're doing our police departments are doing the gun buyback program.
Murders?
Yeah. So if you turn in guns, if you bring us your guns, we'll give you this. So $250 Academy Sports and Outdoors gift card. It's like, okay, yeah, I'm going to come turn in my unlicensed firearms off the boat. You know, it's like when they have to bring in your drugs and we won't arrest you. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
So Levi's is banking, and these companies are banking, especially Levi's, on somebody that's like, you know, a millennial or whatever. And it's like, oh, my grandfather had all these pants and he gave them to me and they don't fit me. So here, I'm going to give them to you. And they're all vintage 501 orange tab, big E, $100 plus pants. And they're just like, okay, we'll give you $20 store credit per pair. And that person's like, yay, I can have new free, brand new clothes. And then Levi's just goes to their used website, $120. Boom. And now they're double dipping. They're making money twice. But they have to compete with us.
Yeah.
And that's where we have the upper hand, because are you going to go to lululemon.com or your secondhand Lulu and spend $29.95? Or are you just going to come to eBay and buy it from me for $17.99?
Mm-hmm.
They still have to have their markup because they're going out into the wholesale world and they're buying their own product back. It's not like they're just like telling the factory, you know, hey, have the 6-year-olds keep making the new stuff and then get the 4-year-olds making the used stuff. You know? You guys had no idea. That's how almost everything that you are wearing is made. So if you see a child, thank them. We're so behind in the chat because we're just having a good time. I only got one flea market. It's one time a month. Ugh. Cut and shoot, and most of them would negotiate on the price. Yeah, so people at flea markets and yard sales want to sell their stuff. So as a buyer, you have the upper hand, but you also can't just go in and be like, you know, I'll give you $5 for that Zelda that they know is worth money, but you could get probably 50% off.
Yeah.
Love the term convenience fee. Yeah, I mean, I use that term when people comment and they're like, how dare you sell that for $5, you know, for $50 when you know you just bought it, paid $5 for it. I'm like, yeah, I did.
What are you going to do? Buy it and sell it for $6? You know,
I did buy it for $5. I drove there. I drove back. I cleaned it. I boxed it. I photographed it. I listed it. You're paying for my time, buddy. That
and
extra
a lot of like
$5 is my convenience.
And there's something to be said about like all the like going to a thrift store and like knowing what to look for. Like just think of like all the time you've put into like not sitting there like researching for hours and hours on end like certain things, but like I mean all the time that goes into like, you know, finding what you're going to pick up, because it's not like you're going to the thrift store and picking up every single thing and looking it up. You know, like what's worth money for the most part, you know?
Yep.
Like it's, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Like it's just like, yeah, a lot of time goes into knowing what to pick up. And yeah.
We have a celebrity. I wanted to pay him homage. The Cha-Ching King is in the building. I'm doing great. Your last video, he bought a storage locker. Not a storage locker, like a storage. Well, I guess that's what they're called. I just sold a pair of Pumas. That's nice. A 10 by 20 storage unit that hadn't been opened in 20 years. And it was full of vintage sweatpants, like Hanes, like track suits, and all kinds of just awesomeness that he's probably already sold all of it to the Russian mob. Because it's all like matching tracksuit, like velour with the 3 stripe. Like everything on the news in Russia is just going to be bought by him. I'm not mad at him. Yeah. So companies, they have a much larger overhead. So they're trying it out because they see all these resellers making a killing. But where they're gonna screw up is they're gonna pour money into advertising, into marketing this. And it's going to become too much for them, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose out because they can't compete. For once, they can't compete with resellers, because at the end of the day, people are still looking for the best price.
Yeah.
So,
wouldn't it be cheaper for them to just make brand new stuff then, rather than like trying to buy? Because, you know, I would assume like Levi's, they'll make a pair of jeans for like $2 and sell them for $45, you know? So whenever they buy them back from people, they're probably paying like $8 to $12 a pair or something. Wouldn't it just be cheaper for them to make new pairs?
But again, because of all the press about how this is like such a growing thing, and then then you got the eco side where this isn't, not only is it a growing thing, but it's a growing problem, because so much of our waste, clothing, shoes, things like that, are being just shipped overseas and then just dumped. Like, you can look up that country or village or whatever that they're literally living on, their ground is just clothes. They're just living on it because it's just, that's where it's all dumped. I am sending a new invite code. Hopefully it works, because the one he just sent me a screenshot, the one he's doing. So basically, I'll just, if we can't get him on, we'll get him on again later. But I'd Flip That was supposed to pop on. He sent me the awesome Jurassic Park T-Rex and the original Jeep, among with a coffee tumbler and a shirt and stuff like that. I joined his first live. I love popping in on lives. But he's backstage. I see him. Well, I don't see him. Now I see him. Okay, there we go. We figured it out, guys. All right. There's about to be 3 talking heads. No beard, though. It looks like a mustache. Let's do it. What's going on, man?
I feel old. I feel so old. I could not figure this out. I even got my 19-year-old daughter to try and help me, and she's like, I don't know, good luck now. And then somehow it worked. I don't know. So.
Well, I'm glad you were able to figure it out, man. Introduce yourself to the world.
So I'm Joe. I'm half the team of I'd Flip That. My wife and I, talk about reselling and finding stuff, and she criticizes the things I find and then takes the credit for when they sell.
Awesome. You just had your first whatnot.
We just had our second one last night.
Pros, cons. How you feeling?
There was a lot. We had 76 items. It was all old video games, and it was just boom, 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 boom. And then we had, if you won, you got to do the Plinko. So we have a giant Plinko board.
Full-size Plinko board.
I'll turn my phone so maybe you guys could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested.
It's full size.
All right.
It's that background. That's the Plinko
board.
Yeah, that's the Plinko.
I thought that was a window, but that's the board right there.
He said, I thought you were showing me outside. Is that from The Price is Right?
I wish.
I mean, it's huge. I saw
it. It's huge.
I was watching your whatnot, and I was like, oh, he wasn't joking about a Plinko board.
Yeah. Yeah. So then we got it last year. We just found it on Marketplace, and then used it for Christmas. And then I had a 50th birthday party. We used it for there to give away gifts. And we're like, all right, well, let's make it work where you win something. We drop the Plinko and you have a chance to win a t-shirt or a koozie or $1 or $5, or we had a $25 gift card as well. And we had to make 13 t-shirts today to try and ship out tomorrow. Yeah. So we were struggling to try and get that done.
So you are having success on whatnot.
Yesterday's was. Well, the first one, we were testing it. We had no clue what we were doing. It's like, here's a few crappy action figures and we'll see what happens. And a bunch of my buddies were on and they bought a few things, which helped us figure out how things work. But I had 76, Nintendo GameCube, Sega CD stuff, Wii, and it was crazy. It just was like one thing after another. And we just, at one point, we started about 20 or 30, and this one guy came in and he goes, I'm going to go get all my buddies from Discord. Before we know it, we have 90 people in there. I'm like, dang, all right.
That's awesome for a second live. So,
right. So I know it's all downhill after that, right?
Well, no. So what that tells me is that platform is, again, kind of geared towards the nerd. I don't know how to say it nicely. I've never played video games. My kids are all literally right now playing different video games.
Right.
Because the used shoes, which is what I deal in, and the new shoes, only people with huge followings are really crushing it. So for you to have, 100 something people, that lets me know that seems to be what maybe people should be sourcing for whatnot.
Right. And that's really hard to find because everybody wants video games. I go to a lot of garage sales and I barely see anything anymore. And this was stockpiled for about 2 years where I'm like, I was going to list it on eBay, and then this popped up, Whatnot. And I'm like, all right, let's give this a try. And yeah, we sold 70 out of the 76 items. So
nice.
That was pretty good. So
Mike has abandoned ship. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Stacy's all trying to be analytical. What was your average per game? Do you know?
Well, we averaged about, some of the games went for $5, which I was like, oh, wow, really? And then some of them, I'm like, okay, somebody paid $38, $39 for this thing.
Yeah.
So we averaged, I did have some game consoles like a Nintendo Cube, Super Nintendo, PlayStation 2. Those prices jack things up a little bit, but I don't know. It was about $15 an item. So like I said, some of the things went for $5, which kind of sucked because, you jump to Plinko and it hits the $5 bill and it's like, oh, I'm giving you $5 bill back. You got a free game. But
yeah,
everybody loved it. They thought it was fantastic. So,
well, everyone. So that's that's where I don't know. I'm on the fence about that because everybody loves the giveaways and the this and that. But if you're trying to run a business, you can only do so many of those before you're like, all right, guys. But yeah, so Whatnot's going to be the one where you're going to make probably about 30% less than what you would if you just listed the stuff. And then also, like we sold a pair of just all white Nike. I would call them dad shoes, but they were women. So they were mom shoes and they went for $76. And then the next pair was a brand new pair of Nike Paul George basketball shoes that retail for like $120 and they went for $28.
Wow.
So it really just comes down to, I honestly, I have no freaking clue, but it's just.
And see, I think shoes would be hard because you got to find, is the person buying it to resell, buying it to wear?
Yeah.
It's like.
As a reseller, unless you're getting them for like 5 and under on Whatnot, which is going to be hard because the shipping sucks. There's really not a lot of meat on that bone.
Right.
So you really are selling to somebody that's hopefully wearing that. So wearing that size, which makes it
it even harder because the chances of you having somebody actually watching Whatnot and liking the color of the shoes and the shoe size. And
Stacy's like, I found a Zelda or a Thelma or something in the trash. She did. She found the. Somebody just died on Fortnite, guys. Sorry. Really emotional when he dies. She found a Nintendo GameCube Zelda in the trash. We already sold it to Dalton for $70.
Nice.
That's the only game I've ever. I don't.
Right.
They're Panda Picker. See, now that you're in here, we're talking about your Whatnot. They wanted, did you make money or did you lose money? But you said you've had that stuff for like 2 years, so I imagine you made money.
Oh yeah, we made money even though gave away for 70 people. It was about I don't know $150 worth of stuff we gave away, but we still made good money off of it. And I had a Sega CD system that didn't work. I still sold that one separately on eBay for $200, and I just had separate games. Nice. So I was, and to be able to move 70 items in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Well, that's the weeks and months maybe for that stuff to sell. That's the one good thing, but
that's the free crack that I think Whatnot is able to give to resellers.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're a reseller and you hear there's something that can give you instant cash, you're like, what?
Right.
And you said you were selling old video games too? Like you were selling video games on Whatnot?
Yep.
So it was all easy to ship.
Right. Well, I have one guy that bought 19 items, so that's going to be a nice pack.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting when, it's going to be a lot cheaper to do on UPS, but they only work with the post office. So that package, they might be eating some money, that package out.
I'd rather pack 19 video games than the person that bought 22 brand new pairs of shoes on my last Whatnot. And I had to go out and find a box big enough and then also hope that it made weight. Because Whatnot, like they just kind of gauge it by what size you put the shoes in. And then
Right.
Were they brand new with box shoes?
Yeah.
So you needed like a Christmas tree box
It
to ship.
sucked. I bought 2 large boxes from Home Depot and
Mhm.
Frankensteined them together. And then I was like, God, I hope USPS takes this.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too, because you can't send a box that's bigger than 22 inches.
Yeah,
and,
without having to
or
put.
you getting all these surcharges now. So,
Yep. And there's no way to split shipment on Whatnot.
right.
There is somewhere where you can go in and edit the box size.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, I don't know where they're based out of, but it's always in ounces. And then what the boxes are in centimeters or something. So I always have to change that to pounds and then switch it to inches. But when I did that, there's still nowhere to split it because I was like, oh man, 22 pairs of shoes. I'm going to have to split this into multiple boxes, but you don't have that option. So I just packed it, slapped the label that they printed on and hope the customer gets it. And if they don't, I can be like, hey, Whatnot, that's on you, man.
Have you heard? Did the customer get it?
It still just shows in transit, which is another thing I'm kind of on because I literally ship the next day and I hate the long wait, but I haven't heard anything from my post office because I go there every day. So they'd tell me, they'd be like, hey man, remember that big box? It's still here.
Do you think that's something they'll work on though with Whatnot, with like the shipping now that like more people are selling different things? Because I swear that started out like sports cards.
Yeah. And collectibles.
Collectibles,
That's all
like
it was.
toys and video games and stuff. So like, you're not going to be shipping like a brand new pair of shoes. Like you could ship probably 20 video games for the price of like a pair of shoes, like I don't know.
They added so many categories so quick. Like I got accepted under the vintage category, or the thrift category.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, what is the thrift category? And they're like, literally anything you get at a thrift store. And I'm like, okay. That's everything.
So you could like sell pots and pans on a Whatnot.
Yes. Yeah. Anything you can get at a thrift store falls under that category. And then they have a category called junk drawer. And I'm like, oh, yeah, junk drawer. And they're like, anything that you'd find in a junk drawer. And I'm like, well, I have a gun in my junk drawer.
And do you have to like stay super active on Whatnot? Like say you sell on eBay primarily. Like if you have a pair of shoes sitting for like 3 months, you can just take all those out of your store and sell them, or do you need to be on there like weekly, twice a month, something like that, or else? Because it seems like people like you need to like get accepted into selling on Whatnot. So I would assume there would be like some rules on like what you have to.
They have like on your onboarding meeting that you do, they talk about like, hey, we don't really like this. And I mean, when I did mine, they were saying that they didn't like spin wheels or mystery auctions because, like stuff where customers couldn't actually see what they're bidding on. But then now that's like something they love. So I think it's like so new that it's ever changing. Which is why, I made my thing about like the tech kind of needs to be updated. Like they really need to focus less on promoting and build that tech, because even today there was glitches on the streams I was watching.
Yeah, we didn't come across any glitches at all last night but we've seen it with other people having those.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how it works. Gulf Coast was asking, we just all round table it. eBay does live auctions. Will you offer them? Me, probably not. I know what I do well on eBay, and I just want to stick with it. Plus, again, I already kind of entertain. I'm a jackass on my live show and currently on Whatnot, and then on my YouTube channel. So I don't want to add another thing. Also, I really don't want people in the eBay world, like seeing someone like me might deter someone from buying from me. As sad as that is,
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, personally for me, I would never, not saying like I would never do it. Like I don't agree with Whatnot or like any sort of like eBay live auction, but I just don't source like enough to ever have like an auction. I never have like a surplus of inventory. It's kind of just like I pick up what I pick up and then just sell it.
Yes, you have to use their labels. Oh, see, here we go. Panda got a lot of shoes from me too. The box had a sticker on it that said "Return to Sender," but they still got it. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, for most shoes, I just put 2 pounds, 2 pounds, 2 pounds, and then like obviously if they're like heavy, I'll put 2 to 3. So I know the weight, and also I weigh it after I do it. So my weight's under the dimensions I enter manually if it's over. But again, there's no way to split it. And then if there is like a surcharge that you need to pay or anything like that, they don't give you an option. They literally are just like, here's the label. So I think once the post office starts refusing packages, they might have to update that. Or they're going to start, if they're smart, they're going to start doing UPS and FedEx, because I know that UPS ground is way cheaper across the board. But they're using Shippo. So that's who they use. That's who Whatnot uses, Shippo.
Talking about the eBay Live thing, I think it might do a lot better once it really takes off, because I tell people I'm selling on Whatnot, and they're like, "What is that?" I mean, nobody knows.
Yeah.
Still. Like, I'm trying to convince people, like last night, hop on. They're like, "I don't even know what that is," and I'm like, "Well,
yeah." Like, do I have to sign up? Do I have to click something?
Right?
Like, yeah,
and if
yeah.
you sign up, use my credit to get yourself $10 and a kickback towards me too. But yeah.
What's the feedback system like on Whatnot? Like, is it?
It's like it's like Poshmark. They get the item and they have like 2 days to rate it.
Oh, is that how that works? I didn't even know that was how it.
Yeah, and you don't get paid till they rate. Or I'm sorry, you don't get paid till it says delivered.
Right.
Which I'm not a fan of, because that's not really instant cash if you think about it.
Yeah.
If you have 1,000 sales,
you have to have 100 grand in sales or 1,000 completed sales to get instant cash. Which, if you're a small seller, 100 grand or 1,000 sales is never going to happen in a very fast amount of time. So when people say it's fast cash, it's really not, but it's faster. Let me see. Right. Anyone tried to sell stuff on TikTok? I've never sold on TikTok, but when I first got into reselling and actively tried to grow my Instagram, I was doing Instagram stories like every day. And I was making a lot of money doing that and paying no fees. The only problem is chasing people to get them to pay was a giant pain in the ass. But I would just take one picture and I'd throw it up and I'd be like, $20 DM if you want, $20 DM if you want. And then I would have to track those people down and be like, here's my Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. And then you have to be like, okay, are you going to pay? Or so that was me. I have a surplus, but I'm going to keep passing on what I don't have time. Yeah, you have enough inventory for ever if you don't sell it all to Russia. Can you offer one of your mixture boxes on warrant? Yes, you can. I don't want to do bulk lots because I'd rather just individually list that stuff on eBay because I can make more money. How often do you purge your inventory, guys?
I don't.
It sits in a storage unit. When I grab it and list it. Yeah.
Stacy and I just went through all of ours.
I saw your videos talking about that.
I hated it. You can ask her. I was like, this is so stupid. We found like 80 things that weren't listed anymore. And she's like, this is why we're doing it. I'm like, this is stupid. Burn those 80 things.
Right.
I hated it. I hate it because once it's up there, it's just like, I already did it. I don't want to do it again. But I go through my actual listings every single day. Every day I go and I end all the ones that are about to relist because I'd rather end it and sell similar than let eBay just use that same non-viewed, non-sold algorithm.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for coming in, man. We'll probably be wrapping up here soon too because I've already gone over my time. And I got to finish The Gentleman, and then I have another movie to watch because that's what I do on Sundays. I really don't work. But thank you for a celebrity. Mercari was like that. I've never liked Mercari from the beginning.
Yeah, I did a cross-posting thing, and I've sold one item on Mercari.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of stuff on Poshmark. I think I've sold one item on Poshmark, and I'm like, all right, this is dumb. I'll just stick with eBay, and yeah.
What's up, Junk Monkey? He said death piles anyway. No, I don't have a death pile. I have a money pile. And really all it is because we source 2 times a week. It's the amount of items we need to do 15 to 20 listings a day. So every day I just grab 15, photograph, grab 15. If I'm feeling frisky, I'll grab 20.
So you don't still have like bags and bags of shoes? Like you don't already have your sourcing done for August? I remember last time we talked, or
Jiggly, I almost died, man.
I know.
I almost died. So now I don't live for tomorrow. I gave up on no. When we started going really hard on jeans, now jeans, yeah, we probably have enough to go into mid-August, but shoes, no. I cleaned all the shoes yesterday that we're gonna have, which is probably like 35 pairs, until we go sourcing on Tuesday. But I would rather get back on that train, but once you added in jeans and the fact that I can go and get 60 pair of jeans, so much easier to just take all those photos and list it.
Speaking of jeans, did you always have a tattoo on your neck, or is that new?
Oh, I got this while you were MIA too, buddy.
Let me see it. What is it?
It's a lantern.
I like it.
Yeah, it's some music lyrics. It's for the children. The song talks about how, as a parent, you try to keep your children nice and safe from the darkness, and as they grow older, you have to let them out and face those demons and hope that they don't get killed by them. And it's how I deal with that, which is pretty much stressful 24/7, especially when you have, I don't want to get into the whole Uvalde thing, especially when you have incompetence everywhere and you can't be everywhere at once. Life is stressful, Jiggly. And for the 3 months you were gone, my friend, it was very stressful.
More stressful for you than me. Oh my God.
I know. I couldn't find you. I didn't know where you were. So I was just like, you know what? If he's not going to respond back to my text messages, I'm just going to die. I hated Poshmark. I actually have a meme coming out about Poshmark. It's literally just the online Tupperware party. No offense to all the people killing it on Crossmark, whatever it's called.
Yeah, there's some people that are doing well, I guess. But I know I would sell something on eBay and then look at Poshmark a few weeks later. I'm like, oh yeah, that was sold on eBay a while ago.
I should take that down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got people like Marcus Jiggly, who when you went back before April was doing like 18 listings a day, and now he's doing like 50 plus
a day.
Yeah. A lot's changed, my friend. The world is evolving.
Wow. What's he? I mean, he does like a lot of clothes though, right? Not saying that's like easy listings, but I'm just saying like,
yeah, I can see you getting into clothes for easy listing, man. It really is, like, especially once like I have all my clothing separated by what it is: tops, pants. Once you get in that rhythm, all the pants are on hangers, and you just pop, 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 pop. You take the same 11 photos every time.
Well, I was thinking that today actually at the bins. Like, I mean, just for the price you pay for items, I'd say, like, we maybe have 16 bins at my Goodwill bins, and I'd say today 14 of them were just totally stuffed with clothes.
Yep.
Like, I have to start like finding what to look for, I guess, because I have no clue unless it's like big name brands. Like I have no, and even still, like if you find something Nike, like, you know, it might be like a $6 shirt, you know.
Yeah.
And another one might be like a $40 shirt. You know, I have no clue what to look for.
Well, it's the same way when you got into shoes. You had no clue, and then you had to add that to your arsenal.
Very true.
Yeah. How do you source? Is it just thrift stores, wholesale?
Right now it's just all garage sales.
Awesome.
I'll stop at a Goodwill once in a while, but being in Minnesota, you only have that certain amount of time from April until October, and then there's nothing until April again almost. So I could go probably every single day somebody's having a garage sale if I want to drive. And then some towns, you know, they have their big citywides, and it's just like, okay.
So you stockpile pretty much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I don't list for a long time, and then I've got a big stockpile, and
then you have a huge whatnot.
Yes, exactly. And I have a huge whatnot.
Well, that's why I always tell people, because, the word death pile is thrown around so much in reselling. I'm like, well, it depends on where you live. If you primarily do yard sales and then it becomes the frozen tundra, It's not a death pile. That's packing your, that's like a squirrel. You're packing your stuff for the winter.
Right.
If you live here and it's just hot 100% of the time and you're literally just constantly able to source, then yeah, it's a death pile.
I do go to bins in the winter. I've done a few. There's one in St. Paul that isn't that great. There's a better one that I haven't gone to yet in Chaska. That's in an area with, richy towns that people that I know go there and they're like, you've got to come here. They're just fantastic.
Yeah. That's one thing. Cause I think where Mike lives as well, it gets cold and there's no way I would be sourcing. I just can't do it. I'll sweat all day. I hate it. I'll complain about it, but cold, not a chance. All it would take is me busting my ass one time and I would just never, ever do it again. I've never.
That's my problem. I'm always falling. Like it starts snowing and I just.
That should be your TikTok,
like
just videos of you busting your ass. You have your girl follow. Like, oh, I know he's gonna eat it right here.
But my thing is, I try to wear my Crocs all year round, and they don't.
Wow.
Do you know what percentage of items you sell on what platforms? Like 50% eBay? Yeah, so mine is 95% eBay, 5% whatnot.
I'm almost 99% eBay. I mean, this is my second one for whatnot. It's a lot of work to get, testing some games and systems and stuff like that. But I have enough to probably do 2 more auctions with video game things. So
that's awesome.
I'm not trying to top you guys, but 100% on eBay.
This is official. Are you watching eBay? I know you're listening. This is a very pro eBay live.
Yeah. 100%.
Tri-State Flipper said, I love when you compare Macari and Poshmark to being a needy girlfriend. It is. Both of those platforms are like needy girlfriends. They require so much attention. Dixon did say 50 a day. Jeez, he's
every single day.
Every day. He's killing it, dude. Killing it.
I know when I start listing, I just get on a roll, but I got to find that time to, okay, I got nothing going on for an hour or two. And then it's just like, okay, I don't want to stop because I'm burning through this pile. But
Stacy said she falls every time she skates, which is true. I have a video. I'll post it later tonight on IG story. eBay is king. I've been saying it for a year, 2, 3, 4. I just Mike, you gotta get fur-lined Crocs.
Yeah, I need like the kitchen Crocs, like the non-slip, like.
Oh, I do see people like when I was doing pest control in kitchens. I was like, dude, I'm like busting my ass right now. How are you doing this in Crocs?
Yeah.
Kitchen Crocs. That's
awesome.
I
was watching Marcus on his live the other night on YouTube, and I do remember him saying that he does 50 listings. He said he can get through them in like 5.5 hours or something now. Like, that's crazy. I think it takes me 5 hours to do 5 listings. I like to stretch it out.
I think that's a little more crazy than him doing 50, my friend. It sounds like you're working the wrong way. What are you watching, a movie, having dinner or something, making a TikTok?
Yes, all of the above.
Yeah, no,
I like to pace around my house.
Focus.
I'll just get up.
You guys know me. I have a VA, so I maybe do 5 listings a day just so I can be like, I'm also a reseller, dang it. Because Stacy already finds the stuff, so I have to do something. But no, still, like, it depends on how you do it. So are you creating new or are you searching sold comps?
I search sold comps, but I do all my listings like from new. It's not really 5 listings in 5 hours. I was exaggerating.
Okay, I was say we're about to have an intervention right here, right now.
But no, I'm a lot, like 50 listings would take me probably a whole 8-hour workday. Like 5 hours I feel like is ridiculous.
So drafts 50, list 30, and then sale averages. He's averaging 20 to 25 sales a day.
Wow.
So with clothing, and I don't know how Marcus does his listings, but for me, I literally just put the brand, obviously the sex, and then I even put the size in. So that way when I'm copying whoever's sold comp, all the specs are entered because I've done the exact same size. So I mean, if you do that, literally all you're doing is uploading the photos, tweaking the title to where it doesn't look horrible, and then the price. That's it. And then it's bing, bang, boom.
Yeah.
I'm not typing anything. I don't add anything to the description. I don't know if anybody else does that. I see people with like long books for descriptions. Me, it's literally the title. That's it. I sell you with my pictures and my price.
Yeah. My description is, please see all pictures for overall cosmetic condition. That's pretty much my description on everything.
New Balance 574 just sold. Cha-ching.
So Chris, when you do your pictures, or do you even do measurements and stuff for them? They just see the measurements in the pictures.
Yep.
You don't even put it in the description.
Yep. And I'm so much of an ass that when somebody messages me and says, what are the dimensions? I respond with see photos.
I use a little whiteboard where I write them on there and use that as one of the pictures.
I used to do that.
That's a good idea.
I used to do that. And then I got so tired of having to erase it. And then honestly, what happened, the whole reason that I quit doing it is because I was doing it for a lot of vintage stuff. And I got the ink from the dry eraser on my hand and I went to hold up and I got the shirt. I'm getting mad thinking about it right now. I messed up the shirt and then I had to re-oxy bath it. And I was just like, I'm done with dry erase boards. So now I use like the Iron Cross two yardsticks. And I'm just like, boom. And then I do a zoom in of the boom. So you can tell it's the bottom, the inseam of the pant. You can tell it's the bottom or you can tell it's the waist. Because I just think, I don't want to say the consumers are stupid, but I think everybody just reverts back to when they were a kid and couldn't read. And it's just picture books. So I just sell them with the pictures.
Right. That's why I use that whiteboard as one of the pictures.
Yeah.
Like, these are the dimensions because
that's
clearly
perfect.
You're not going to read it in the description.
You're not going to see it in the description. Yeah.
And I still put it in there, and it's still like, and they still ask questions. Yeah. It's like,
yeah. My biggest thing with shoes, and it's only with new shoes, is people will ask me to remove the insole and measure it. And I just say no. It might cost me the sale, but I'm just like, there's no way I'm doing that. Not happening. Because some shoes you can't remove the insole unless you like rip the glue off. And I'm just like, no. I just say, hey, sorry, that's not something we do.
I mean, if they
on the Pantera reunion, it's a cash grab. I love Zach Wilde. I think they're doing it. I think Phil is now prime consigliere for the band. He's making all the money off merch. I personally know the guitarist Mike that he's been using for his other band that's been playing Pantera. They just toured doing a Pantera tour as Phil Insomno and the Illegals. So for them to do that already, and then now they're just going to do the same tour, but replacing Mike with Zach Wilde, it's a cash grab, but whatever. I won't go if that makes you feel any better, but I got my dime tattoo right there. I got it the day he died. Literally drove to the tattoo shop. Was like, you got to tattoo me right freaking now, man. My hero just got killed. Cash grab, but I would go see Rage. I've already been talking with you about that. Saw him, was it the first night?
Yes.
You got to see him before he became a hop along.
Right. Yeah. Because he got hurt the second night.
Yep.
I don't even know what it was. Yeah.
Did you see what happened?
You're the one who told me he got hurt. I didn't even know that until you told me. So
did you see what happened tonight during their concert?
No.
Some idiot jumped on stage and tried to like run across the stage.
I saw that. He got tackled.
He got tackled, but the security also tackled Tom Morello.
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Holding the guitar, let's tackle him because we don't know who you are.
Correct. They freaking tackled Tom Morello. The security guard tackled him. Like you can watch the video. I was like, he's got a guitar. Why would you do that?
Right.
Yeah. Like they cannot catch a break.
Wow.
But then of course, Tom can't like get up and start beating the crap out of this guy. So it's just like, they just like took a 5-second pause and then they got back to their thing. But I'm like, dude, that security guard is just unemployed right now.
Oh,
Not to mention, he's holding like a guitar he's had for like 30 freaking years.
Yeah, right. You break that or hurts his wrist, hands.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Oh God, if he broke his arm and they have to like nobody's gonna go see Rage Against the Machines with like a stand-in guitar player.
Right. That's gonna stand on stage going, how do I do these weird noises?
Yeah, exactly. What screwdriver do you use for this?
Right.
Where there's a will, there's a way. What are we talking about? Oh, getting the listings done, probably. I just got back to top rated. 6 sales. Let's go. There you go. I saw somebody. And then we're probably gonna wrap up, guys. I'm way over my time. And the kids have been really good, so I'm gonna have to give them some candy or something. You gotta do when you sell a new pair of shoes and they wear them a couple times and ask for a refund. I do not issue a refund. Or I will do like 70 or 50%. But no, honestly, if it's on eBay, eBay will protect you. You sold it new, it has to come back new. You don't have to accept the return. And you also, hopefully they said that in the return, like warm a few times, don't like them or something like that. Or if you can take photos to show that there's any type of dirt or anything that shows that they are not new. Like if they pulled the tag off, like if it had like a tag and they pulled that off, that's no longer considered new because they didn't return it the way they received it.
Now, whenever you say like eBay won't make you like, you don't have to accept the return, does that like you don't have to like get it sent back to you, or you don't have to give a refund?
So like mine is, we're set up for 30-day free returns. So if you bought a brand new pair of shoes from me and wore them, and then you just created a returner case and just say it didn't fit, like you didn't disclose that you wore them, eBay's going to automatically accept the return and issue you a label. And then when I receive the shoes, if I inspect them and can tell that you took the label off or they're dirty, I immediately take pictures of it and then I open up a case against you. It's work, but you will win if you can show that they weren't worn or that you already have your listing photos showing they were new. So you just take photos showing how you received them. It's usually
is that just because you offer free returns, or is that because I
offer free returns because I get the 10% top rated seller discount when you do that. And then also it apparently helps you in the view traction of your listings.
Well, yeah, because I mean, you'll see on the listings now. I don't know if it's always been like that, but the listing will say like free returns.
Fast like free and then free 30-day returns. Yeah, they try to put all of those listings on the first few pages. Yeah, again, they're trying to gain customers. So that's what I do. I just play the game, man. I troll eBay's community message board. I pay attention to when they do roll out the updates that they're doing and try to just follow along because it's how I pay my bills. So if they make a change, I want to be on top of what I need to do. And then everything else, like me believing that your first photo should be a white background, that's just a personal thing with Google, how Google searches stuff, but a lot of people don't. I get to make smoothies for everybody. Small cups, please. Everyone's getting a medium. Just because you said small in the chat. But yes, I guess we'll close it there because apparently I have to go make smoothies. Welcome back, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back.
Glad you guys were able to join tonight. Sorry that you had technical debt. Yep.
I feel old like my dad. I be able to fix his stuff, and now I'm like, my daughter, fix this, and still,
yeah. So, shout out Photo Room. They're not watching, Stacy. I don't get paid for that. You also get negative feedback protection when you do that. That's the other main reason why I do the returns. Negative feedback protection is a pretty freaking big one. Because if you get too many negatives, they'll actually start ghosting your listings. They won't tell you that, but your listings won't show up in search. Yeah, it's just a nice little. They put you in timeout. They put your listings in timeout. But they won't tell you that. So anyway, if you're watching us on the replay, thank you. That's really, I don't know how to say anything to the replay people. Make sure you tune in next time. Jesus. We're trying to run a business here. Thank you, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Good luck on your next whatnot. I'll be watching for it. Mike, good luck on your next TikTok. I'm sure it'll be dropping tomorrow.
Thank you. Most likely.
Follow everyone you see here on every platform that they sell and post on everyone. I think they all got their names in. Yeah, you're the only one you added is yours MTN or MT? I'd flip that.
I'd flip that. Some of it has .mn.
MN, that's it.
Yeah, Minnesota. Some of it's just I'd flip that on YouTube, whatever. So
it's part of the cash grab, except we actually use them. Yeah. Cash grab, photo room. We make money. We use photo. Thanks for the combo. You guys are the best. See you on the next one. No, I'm just kidding. This isn't a hairy tornado video. Love y'all so much. Let me see. How do I end this thing?